100 Blessing Proclamation for my 47th birthday. John Allen, Legette, a declaration of kingdom authority and covenant promise. Identity and spiritual authority. I bless my identity in Yahuah. I am who He says I am. I declare that my identity is not shaped by the opinions of men, the failures of my past, or the limitations of my present circumstances. I am a son of the Most High, created in His image, redeemed by the blood of Mashiach, and sealed with the Ruach HaKodesh. My identity is rooted in the eternal word of Yahuah, and no weapon formed against it shall prosper. I bless my covenant with Yahuah. It stands unbroken and unshaken. I proclaim that the covenant Yahuah has established with me is everlasting, confirmed by His faithfulness and sealed by His promises. Though the earth may shake and kingdoms may fall, my covenant with the Almighty remains firm. I walk in the assurance that He who began a good work in me will complete it until the day of Mashiach Yeshua. I bless my spirit to rise in boldness, truth, and discernment. I declare that my spirit is awakened to the fullness of Yahuah's power within me. I will not shrink back in fear or compromise in the face of opposition. My spirit discerns truth from deception, light from darkness, and the voice of Yahuah from the voice of the enemy. I rise with the boldness of a lion, for the spirit of Yahuah rests upon me. I bless myself to walk as a true son of Yahuah without fear. I am not a slave to fear, anxiety, or the intimidation of the enemy. I walk in the liberty of sonship, knowing that perfect love casts out all fear. I carry the authority of heaven, the favor of the Father, and the confidence that comes from being fully accepted and deeply loved by Yahuah. I bless my thoughts to align with the mind of Mashiach. I take captive every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahuah. My mind is renewed daily by the washing of the Word. I think on things that are true, noble, just, pure, lovely, and of good report. My thoughts are not my own. They are surrendered to the mind of Mashiach, who dwells richly within me. I bless my heart to remain pure, humble, and obedient. I guard my heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of life. I humble myself under the mighty hand of Yahuah, knowing that He exalts the humble in due time. My heart beats in rhythm with His will, and my obedience flows from a place of love, not legalism. I am quick to hear, slow to speak, and swift to obey. I bless the glory placed upon my life to shine without apology. The glory of Yahuah rests upon me, and I will not dim it to make others comfortable. I am the light of the world, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. My life radiates the presence, power, and purity of Yahuah, and I make no apology for the anointing He has placed upon me. I bless the authority Yahuah has given me to tread on serpents and scorpions. I walk in the delegated authority of Mashiach Yeshua, who has given me power to trample on serpents, scorpions, and all the power of the enemy. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment I shall condemn. This is my heritage as a servant of Yahuah. I bless my identity in Yashar'el, chosen, set apart, and beloved. I am grafted into the commonwealth of Yashar'el, a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people called to show forth the praises of Him who called me out of darkness into His marvelous light. I am set apart for His purposes, beloved by the Father, and destined for greatness in His kingdom. I bless my walk to remain upright before Yahuah all my days. I commit my ways to Yahuah, and He directs my paths. My steps are ordered by Him, and I walk in integrity, righteousness, and holiness. I will not turn to the right or to the left, but I will keep my eyes fixed on Yeshua, the author and finisher of my faith. My walk is steady, my foundation is sure, and my destination is secure. Spiritual growth. I bless myself with deeper revelation of Scripture. The word of Yahuah is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I hunger for deeper understanding, greater revelation, and fresh insight into the mysteries of the kingdom. The Ruach HaKodesh is my teacher, illuminating the Scriptures and opening my eyes to see wondrous things from His Torah. Every time I open the Word, I encounter the living Yahuah. I bless myself with an unquenchable hunger for righteousness. I am not satisfied with mediocrity or spiritual complacency. My soul thirsts for Yahuah as a deer pants for water. I hunger and thirst for righteousness, and I shall be filled. My appetite for the things of Yahuah grows stronger with each passing day, and I pursue Him with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength. I bless my prayer life to grow in power and precision. My prayers are not vain repetitions or empty words. They are powerful, effective, and aligned with the will of Yahuah. I pray with boldness, authority, and expectation. My prayer life is marked by intimacy with the Father, intercession for the saints, and warfare against the kingdom of darkness. I pray without ceasing, and my prayers avail much. I bless my faith to increase and never fail. My faith is not based on feelings or circumstances. It is anchored in the unchanging word of Yahuah. My faith grows from faith to faith, from glory to glory. I believe Yahuah for the impossible, trust Him in the uncertain, and stand firm in the promises He has spoken over my life. My faith will not fail, for it is rooted in the faithfulness of Yahuah. I bless my obedience to become immediate and joyful. I do not delay in obeying the voice of Yahuah. When He speaks, I move. When He commands, I obey. My obedience is not burdensome. It is a delight, for His commandments are not grievous. I obey with a joyful heart, knowing that obedience brings blessing, favor, and the manifest presence of Yahuah. I bless myself with sharper discernment of spirits. I am not ignorant of the devices of the enemy. The Ruach HaKodesh has given me the gift of discernment to distinguish between the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. I discern the motives of men, the movements of the enemy, and the leading of Yahuah. My spiritual senses are trained to discern both good and evil. I bless myself with wisdom beyond my years. The fear of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom, and I walk in reverential awe of Him. Yahuah has given me wisdom that surpasses my natural understanding and experience. I make decisions with divine insight, speak with heavenly wisdom, and navigate life's challenges with the counsel of the Most High. My wisdom is not earthly, it is from above. I bless myself to hear Yahuah clearly and continually. My ears are open to the voice of Yahuah. I hear Him in the stillness of the morning, in the whisper of the wind, and in the depths of my spirit. I recognize His voice and I follow Him. I do not follow the voice of strangers. Yahuah speaks to me clearly, continually, and personally, and I am attentive to His every word. I bless my spiritual gifts to mature and edify the people of Yahuah. The gifts of the Ruach HaKodesh are active and operating in my life. I steward these gifts with humility, responsibility, and excellence. My gifts are not for self-promotion. They are for the edification of the body of Mashiach, the building up of the saints, and the advancement of the kingdom. I use my gifts to bless, heal, deliver, and empower others. I bless my steps to remain ordered by Yahuah. Every step I take is divinely orchestrated by Yahuah. He orders my steps in His word, and I do not stumble. My path is illuminated by His presence, and I walk confidently in the direction He has set before me. I do not lean on my own understanding. I trust in Yahuah with all my heart, and He makes my path straight. Protection and deliverance. I bless myself with divine protection in every place I go. Yahuah is my refuge and fortress, my shield and strong tower. No evil shall befall me, and no plague shall come near my dwelling. He has given His angels charge over me to keep me in all my ways. I am protected by the blood of Mashiach, covered by the shadow of the Almighty, and surrounded by the favor of Yahuah as with a shield. I bless my home with peace, purity, and angelic covering. My home is a sanctuary of peace, a dwelling place of the Most High. The presence of Yahuah fills every room, and His glory rests upon my household. Angels encamp around my home, guarding it from every attack of the enemy. My home is a place of worship, rest, and divine encounter. It is purified by the word and sanctified by prayer. I bless my body with health, strength, and vitality. My body is the temple of the Ruach HaKodesh, and I honor Yahuah with it. I am healed by the stripes of Yahshua, and divine health flows through every cell, tissue, and organ. My strength is renewed like the eagle's, and my vitality increases with each passing year. I walk in supernatural health, energy, and endurance. I bless myself with deliverance from every scheme of the wicked. The enemy has no hold on me. Every scheme, plot, and plan of the wicked is exposed and dismantled by the power of Yahuah. I am delivered from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every trap set for me shall ensnare the one who set it. I bless my path with safety from traps, lies, and ambushes. I walk in the light of Yahuah, and darkness has no power over me. The lies of the enemy are exposed before they can take root. The traps set for me are revealed and avoided. I am not ambushed by the enemy, for Yahuah goes before me as my rear guard. My path is safe, secure, and divinely protected. I bless my future with total victory over spiritual enemies. I am more than a conqueror through Mashiach who loves me. Every spiritual enemy that has risen against me is defeated, dismantled, and destroyed. My future is marked by victory, triumph, and dominion. I do not fight for victory. I fight from victory, for the battle belongs to Yahuah, and he always causes me to triumph. I bless my destiny to be unreachable by witchcraft or manipulation. No witchcraft, sorcery, or manipulation can touch my destiny. I am hidden in Mashiach, and my life is sealed by the Ruach HaKodesh. Every curse spoken against me is broken. Every spell cast against me is reversed, and every assignment of darkness is canceled. My destiny is secure in the hands of Yahuah, and no power of hell can alter it. I bless my marriage with unity, protection, and joy. My marriage is a covenant ordained by Yahuah, and it is protected by his power. Unity reigns in my home, and love abounds between my wife and me. We are one flesh, one spirit, and one purpose. Our marriage is a testimony of Yahuah's faithfulness, and it brings him glory. Joy fills our home, and peace guards our hearts. I bless my wife with strength, peace, and spiritual covering. I cover my wife with prayer, protection, and the love of Mashiach. She is strengthened by the Ruach HaKodesh, and peace guards her heart and mind. She walks in the fullness of her calling, and her gifts flourish. I honor her, cherish her, and support her in all that Yahuah has called her to do. She is blessed, favored, and deeply loved. I bless my name to be defended by Yahuah himself. My name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, and it is defended by Yahuah himself. No slander, accusation, or false report can tarnish my reputation, for Yahuah is my vindicator. He brings forth my righteousness as the light and my justice as the noonday. My name is associated with integrity, truth, and the glory of Yahuah. Purpose and destiny. I bless my calling, it will not be hindered. The calling of Yahuah upon my life is irrevocable. No obstacle, opposition, or delay can hinder what Yahuah has ordained. I walk in the fullness of my calling with confidence, clarity, and conviction. Every door that needs to open will open, and every door that needs to close will close. My calling is secure, and it will be fulfilled. I bless my assignments, they will bear fruit. Every assignment Yahuah has given me will bear fruit that remains. My labor is not in vain, and my work is not without purpose. I complete every task with excellence, and the results bring glory to Yahuah. My assignments impact lives, transform communities, and advance the kingdom. I am fruitful in every season. I bless my voice to reach those Yahuah has destined me to touch. My voice carries the authority of heaven and the anointing of the Ruach HaKodesh. I speak to those Yahuah has ordained me to reach, and my words bring life, healing, and deliverance. My voice is not silenced by fear or opposition. It is amplified by the power of Yahuah. I speak truth, and it sets captives free. I bless my ministry with expansion and divine impact. My ministry is expanding in influence, reach, and impact. Yahuah is opening doors that no man can shut, and he is connecting me with the people and resources needed for the next level. My ministry touches lives across nations, and the fruit of my labor multiplies. I walk in divine favor, and my ministry brings glory to Yahuah. I bless my steps to stay in the will of Yahuah, not the will of man. I am not moved by the opinions, expectations, or pressures of man. I seek only to please Yahuah and to walk in His perfect will. My steps are guided by His word, directed by His Spirit, and confirmed by His peace. I do not conform to the patterns of this world. I am transformed by the renewing of my mind. I bless myself to finish every task Yahuah has given me. I am a finisher, not just a starter. I complete every assignment, fulfill every mandate, and finish every race Yahuah has set before me. I do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season I shall reap if I do not give up. I press toward the mark of the high calling of Yahuah in Mashiach Yeshua. I bless my journey with clarity and direction. My path is clear and my direction is sure. I am not confused or uncertain about where Yahuah is leading me. He makes my way plain before me, and I walk with confidence and assurance. Every step I take is purposeful, intentional, and aligned with the will of Yahuah. I know where I am going, and I know how to get there. I bless my path with divine connections and covenant relationships. Yahuah is connecting me with the right people at the right time for the right purpose. I am surrounded by covenant relationships that sharpen me, support me, and strengthen me. I attract those who are aligned with my calling and destiny. Every divine connection brings increase, and every covenant relationship bears fruit. I bless my testimony to destroy lies and exalt Yahuah's truth. My testimony is a weapon against the lies of the enemy. It destroys strongholds, breaks chains, and sets captives free. My story exalts the truth of Yahuah and magnifies His faithfulness. I share my testimony boldly, and it brings hope to the hopeless, healing to the broken, and deliverance to the bound. I bless my purpose to unfold in power in my 47th year. This is my year of divine unfolding. The purposes of Yahuah for my life are being revealed with clarity and power. I step into new dimensions of authority, influence, and impact. My 47th year is marked by breakthrough, acceleration, and supernatural manifestation. The best is yet to come, and I walk into it with faith and expectation. Finance and provision. I bless my hands, everything I touch prospers. The blessing of Yahuah is upon my hands, and everything I touch prospers. My work is blessed, my business is blessed, and my investments are blessed. I am a conduit of divine provision, and abundance flows through me to bless others. My hands are anointed for increase, multiplication, and supernatural favor. I bless my creativity to bring increase and honor to Yahuah. Yahuah has given me creative ideas, innovative solutions, and divine strategies that bring increase and honor to His name. My creativity is not for self-promotion, it is for kingdom advancement. I steward my creativity with excellence, and it produces fruit that glorifies Yahuah and blesses others. I bless my finances to overflow without sorrow. The blessing of Yahuah makes me rich, and He adds no sorrow with it. My finances overflow with abundance, and I have more than enough to meet every need and fulfill every assignment. I am not in lack, I am in overflow. My barns are full, my storehouses are abundant, and my cup runs over. I bless my business to impact lives and expand the kingdom. My business is not just a means of income, it is a platform for kingdom impact. Through my business, lives are transformed, communities are blessed, and the kingdom of Yahuah is advanced. My business prospers, expands, and brings glory to Yahuah. I operate with integrity, excellence, and divine wisdom. I bless myself to be a lender and never a borrower. I am the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. I lend to many nations and I do not borrow. I am financially free, debt-free, and walking in the fullness of Yahuah's provision. I am a blessing to others, and I have the resources to fund kingdom assignments and bless those in need. I bless my storehouse to remain full. My storehouse is never empty. Yahuah fills it with abundance, and it overflows with provision. I have seed to sow and bread to eat. My needs are met. my desires are fulfilled, and I have more than enough to give to others. My storehouse is a testimony of Yahuah's faithfulness and provision. I bless my future with wealth that comes without compromise. The wealth that comes to me is righteous, honorable, and without compromise. I do not gain wealth through dishonest means or unethical practices. My wealth is a blessing from Yahuah, and it is used for His glory. I am a faithful steward of the resources He has entrusted to me, and I use them to advance His kingdom. I bless my investments and ideas to multiply. Every seed I sow multiplies. Every investment I make prospers. Every idea I implement succeeds. Yahuah gives me divine strategies for increase, and I walk in supernatural multiplication. My investments bear fruit. My ideas generate income, and my resources multiply beyond my expectations. I bless myself with stewardship and wisdom in finances. I'm a faithful steward of the resources Yahuah has given me. I manage my finances with wisdom, discipline, and integrity. I do not waste, squander, or misuse what Yahuah has entrusted to me. I honor Him with my first fruits, and I give generously to those in need. My financial decisions are guided by the wisdom of Yahuah. I bless my household with abundance and stability. My household is blessed with abundance and stability. We lack nothing, and we have more than enough. Our needs are met, our desires are fulfilled, and we walk in financial peace. There is no lack in my home, and there is no instability in my finances. We are blessed, favored, and prosperous. Favor and open doors. I bless myself with uncommon favor before Yahuah and man. I walk in uncommon favor that opens doors, creates opportunities, and positions me for promotion. Favor surrounds me like a shield, and it goes before me to prepare the way. I have favor with Yahuah, and I have favor with man. Doors open for me that are closed to others, and opportunities come to me that others do not see. I bless every door meant for me to open easily. Every door that Yahuah has ordained for me opens easily and effortlessly. I do not have to force, manipulate, or strive to open doors. When it is time for a door to open, it opens, and no man can shut it. I walk through doors of opportunity with confidence, knowing that Yahuah has prepared the way. I bless every door not from Yahuah to remain shut. I do not waste time, energy, or resources trying to open doors that Yahuah has not ordained. If a door is not from Yahuah, it remains shut, and I am at peace with that. I trust Yahuah's timing, and I do not force doors that He has closed. I walk only through the doors He has opened for me. I bless myself with visibility where Yahuah wants me seen. I am visible in the places where Yahuah wants me to be seen. My light shines in the darkness, and my voice is heard in the places where it needs to be heard. I am not hidden when Yahuah wants me to be seen, and I am not silenced when Yahuah wants me to speak. I walk in divine visibility and influence. I bless myself with hiddenness where Yahuah wants me protected. There are seasons when Yahuah hides me for my protection, preparation, and preservation. I embrace these seasons of hiddenness, knowing that they are necessary for my growth and development. I am not anxious to be seen before my time. I trust Yahuah's timing, and I rest in His protection. I bless myself to stand before kings and leaders when appointed. Yahuah has appointed me to stand before kings, leaders, and influencers. I do not shrink back in fear or intimidation. I speak with boldness, authority, and wisdom. I carry the message of Yahuah to those in positions of power, and my words bring transformation, conviction, and change. I am a voice in the halls of influence. I bless myself with honor in all righteous places. I am honored in the places where Yahuah has called me to serve. My work is recognized, my contributions are valued, and my presence is respected. I do not seek honor from man, but when honor comes, I receive it with humility and gratitude. I am honored because I honor Yahuah. I bless my reputation to be restored where it was slandered. Where my reputation has been slandered, Yahuah restores it. He vindicates me before my accusers and brings forth my righteousness as the light. My name is cleared, My character is defended and my integrity is established. Yahuah is my defender, and he fights for me. I bless my footsteps to lead to divine appointments. Every step I take leads me to a divine appointment. I am in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people for the right purpose. My steps are ordered by Yahuah, and he orchestrates divine encounters that advance his kingdom and fulfill his purposes. I walk in divine alignment. I bless my voice to carry authority and truth wherever I go. My voice carries the authority of heaven and the truth of Yahuah's word. When I speak, people listen. When I declare, things change. My voice is not weak or timid. It is bold, clear, and anointed. I speak truth in love, and my words bring life, healing, and transformation. Peace, joy, and wholeness. I bless my mind with supernatural peace. The peace of Yahuah, which surpasses all understanding, guards my heart and mind in Mashiach Yeshua. I am not anxious, worried, or troubled. My mind is at rest and my thoughts are at peace. I cast all my cares upon Yahuah, for he cares for me. I walk in supernatural peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. I bless my emotions to remain steady and anchored in truth. My emotions do not control me. I control my emotions. I am anchored in the truth of Yahuah's word, and my emotions are submitted to his spirit. I do not react out of anger, fear, or frustration. I respond with wisdom, grace, and self-control. My emotions are steady, stable, and aligned with the will of Yahuah. I bless my sleep to be sweet and uninterrupted. I lie down in peace and sleep, for Yahuah alone makes me dwell in safety. My sleep is sweet, restful, and uninterrupted. I do not toss and turn with worry or anxiety. I rest in the assurance that Yahuah watches over me, and I wake up refreshed, renewed, and ready for the day ahead. I bless myself with joy that cannot be stolen. The joy of Yahuah is my strength, and it cannot be stolen by circumstances, people, or the enemy. My joy is rooted in the presence of Yahuah, and it flows from a deep well within my spirit. I rejoice always, and I give thanks in all things. My joy is full, and it overflows to bless others. I bless my heart with hope that never dies. My hope is not in the things of this world. It is in Yahuah who never fails. My hope is an anchor for my soul, firm and secure. I do not lose hope in difficult times, and I do not give up when things are hard. My hope is alive, vibrant, and unshakable, for it is rooted in the promises of Yahuah. I bless my thoughts with clarity and focus. My thoughts are clear, focused, and aligned with the purposes of Yahuah. I am not distracted by the noise of the world or the confusion of the enemy. I think with clarity, make decisions with wisdom, and move forward with focus. My mind is sharp, alert, and fully engaged in the work Yahuah has given me. I bless my atmosphere with shalom. Shalom, the peace of Yahuah, fills my atmosphere. It is in my home, my workplace, and every place I go. I carry the peace of Yahuah with me, and it transforms the atmosphere around me. Chaos, confusion, and conflict flee in the presence of shalom. I walk in peace, and I release peace wherever I go. I bless my day with laughter. Laughter is medicine to my soul, and I bless my day with joy and laughter. I do not take myself too seriously, and I find reasons to laugh and rejoice. Laughter fills my home, and joy fills my heart. I celebrate the goodness of Yahuah, and I enjoy the life he has given me. I bless my spirit with rest from past battles. I am no longer fighting the battles of yesterday. I have rest from past struggles, and I walk in the victory Yahuah has already won. My spirit is at rest, and I am not burdened by the weight of past battles. I move forward in peace, knowing that Yahuah has fought for me and given me the victory. I bless my future with new strength. My strength is renewed like the eagles. I do not grow weary or faint. I run and do not grow tired. I walk and do not grow weak. Yahuah gives me new strength for every season, and I face the future with confidence, courage, and power. My future is filled with strength, vitality, and supernatural endurance, breakthrough, and restoration. I bless myself with victory in every area where I once struggled. Where I once struggled, I now walk in victory. Every area of weakness has become an area of strength. Every place of defeat has become a place of triumph. I am victorious in Mashiach, and I overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony. My struggles are behind me, and my victories are ahead. I bless my life with full restoration of what was stolen. What the enemy has stolen from me is fully restored. Yahuah restores the years the locusts have eaten, and he gives me double for my trouble. My losses are turned into gains, my mourning is turned into dancing, and my sorrow is turned into joy. I walk in full restoration and I lack nothing. I bless my steps with acceleration where there was delay. Where there has been delay, I now walk in acceleration. Yahuah is speeding up the process, and things are happening faster than I expected. What was delayed is now moving forward, and what was stagnant is now flowing. I walk in divine acceleration, and I see the manifestation of Yahuah's promises in record time. I bless my years with renewal. My youth is renewed like the eagles. My youth is renewed like the eagles. I am not growing old, I am growing stronger. My body is renewed, my mind is refreshed, and my spirit is revitalized. I walk in supernatural health, energy, and vitality. My best years are ahead of me, and I am stepping into a season of renewal and rejuvenation. I bless my path with breakthroughs that surprise me. Yahuah is bringing breakthroughs into my life that surprise me. I am experiencing sudden shifts, unexpected blessings, and divine interventions that exceed my expectations. My breakthroughs are not ordinary, they are extraordinary. Yahuah is doing exceedingly, abundantly above all I could ask or think. I bless my destiny with redemption beyond expectation. My destiny is marked by redemption. What was lost is found, what was broken is restored, and what was dead is brought back to life. Yahuah is redeeming my story, and he is writing a testimony of his faithfulness and power. My redemption is beyond my expectations, and it brings glory to Yahuah. I bless my household with complete deliverance from generational curses. Every generational curse is broken off my household. The sins of my fathers do not define my future. I walk in freedom, and my children walk in freedom. My household is delivered from every curse, every bondage, and every stronghold. We are a blessed generation, and we walk in the fullness of Yahuah's favor. I bless my lineage to walk in righteousness. My lineage is blessed, and my descendants walk in righteousness. The legacy I leave is one of faithfulness, obedience, and devotion to Yahuah. My children and my children's children serve Yahuah, and they walk in the covenant promises he has established. My lineage is a testimony of Yahuah's faithfulness for generations to come. I bless my future with open heaven access. The heavens are open over my life, and I have access to the throne room of Yahuah. I walk in open heaven encounters, divine revelations, and supernatural experiences. The favor of Yahuah rests upon me, and I have access to the resources, wisdom, and power of heaven. My future is marked by open heaven access. I bless my spirit to walk in perpetual breakthrough. I do not just experience breakthrough, I walk in perpetual breakthrough. Every season of my life is marked by breakthrough, and I move from glory to glory. I am not stuck, stagnant, or limited. I am constantly breaking through barriers, overcoming obstacles, and advancing in the kingdom. Breakthrough is my portion. Arielete on SHIPS and community. I bless my marriage to shine with love and unity. My marriage is a reflection of the love of Mashiach for his bride. It shines with love, unity, and mutual respect. My wife and I are one in purpose, one in spirit, and one in love. Our marriage is a testimony of Yahuah's faithfulness, and it brings him glory. We walk together in covenant love, and our bond grows stronger with each passing day. I bless my friendships. May only those sent by Yahuah remain. I am surrounded by friendships that are ordained by Yahuah. Those who are not sent by him fall away, and those who are sent by him remain. My friendships are marked by loyalty, trust, and mutual edification. I am blessed with friends who sharpen me, encourage me, and walk with me in the purposes of Yahuah. I bless my ministry connections to be true and loyal. The connections in my ministry are true, loyal, and covenant-based. I am not surrounded by opportunists or fair-weather friends. Those who walk with me in ministry are committed, faithful, and aligned with the vision Yahuah has given me. My ministry connections are strong and they bear fruit for the kingdom. I bless every relationship that is divine to flourish. Every relationship that is ordained by Yahuah flourishes. It grows, deepens, and bears fruit. I invest in the relationships Yahuah has given me, and they bring joy, fulfillment, and kingdom impact. My divine relationships are a blessing to me, and I am a blessing to them. I bless every relationship that is harmful to dissolve peacefully. Relationships that are harmful, toxic, or not ordained by Yahuah dissolve peacefully. I do not hold on to relationships that drain me, distract me, or hinder my calling. I release them with grace, and I move forward in peace. I am free from unhealthy relationships, and I walk in the freedom Yahuah has given me. I bless my interactions with wisdom and grace. Every interaction I have is marked by wisdom and grace. I speak with kindness, listen with empathy, and respond with understanding. I do not react out of anger or frustration. I interact with others in a way that honors Yahuah and reflects His love. My words are seasoned with grace, and my actions are guided by wisdom. I bless my influence to be righteous and powerful. My influence is righteous, powerful, and far-reaching. I influence others for the kingdom of Yahuah, and my impact is eternal. I do not use my influence for selfish gain or personal promotion. I use it to advance the kingdom, bless others, and bring glory to Yahuah. My influence is a gift from Yahuah, and I steward it with integrity. I bless myself to attract only those aligned with Yahuah's will. I attract people who are aligned with the will of Yahuah. Those who are not aligned with His purposes for my life do not stay. I am surrounded by people who support my calling, encourage my faith, and walk with me in the purposes of Yahuah. I attract divine connections, and I repel distractions. I bless my voice in the community of Yashar'el. My voice is heard in the community of Yashar'el. I speak truth, and it resonates with those who have ears to hear. My voice brings clarity, correction, and encouragement to the people of Yahuah. I am a voice in the wilderness, preparing the way for the coming of Mashiach. My voice is anointed, and it carries weight in the community. I bless my role as a teacher, intercessor, and watchman. I embrace my role as a teacher, intercessor, and watchman. I teach the word of Yahuah with clarity and authority. I intercede for the people of Yahuah with fervency and faith. I stand as a watchman on the wall, sounding the alarm and calling the people to repentance. My role is vital, and I fulfill it with diligence and devotion. Future and legacy. I bless my 47th year with glory, strength, and divine encounters. My 47th year is marked by the glory of Yahuah, supernatural strength, and divine encounters. This is a year of breakthrough, acceleration, and manifestation. I step into new dimensions of authority, influence, and impact. My 47th year is the best year of my life, and it sets the stage for the decades to come. I bless my future generations with covenant faithfulness. My future generations walk in covenant faithfulness. They serve Yahuah with all their hearts, and they walk in the promises He has established. My children and my children's children are blessed, favored, and set apart for His purposes. My legacy is one of faithfulness, and it continues for generations to come. I bless my legacy to honor Yahuah for generations. The legacy I leave honors Yahuah for generations. My life is a testimony of His faithfulness, power, and love. My legacy is not about me, it is about Him. Future generations will look back on my life and see the hand of Yahuah at work. My legacy brings glory to Yahuah and inspires others to walk in faithfulness. I bless my name to remain associated with righteousness and truth. My name is associated with righteousness, truth, and integrity. When people hear my name, They think of faithfulness, obedience, and devotion to Yahuah. My name is not tarnished by scandal or compromise. It is a name that brings honor to Yahuah and reflects his character. My name is a blessing to future generations. I bless my spiritual inheritance to grow and multiply. The spiritual inheritance I leave for my children and grandchildren grows and multiplies. I am building a spiritual legacy that will impact generations. My prayers, my teachings, and my example create a foundation for future generations to build upon. My spiritual inheritance is rich, abundant, and life-giving. I bless my life's work to bear eternal fruit. The work I do in this life bears eternal fruit. It is not in vain, and it is not forgotten. My labor in the kingdom has lasting impact, and it continues to bear fruit long after I am gone. My life's work is a testimony of Yahuah's faithfulness, and it brings glory to his name for eternity. I bless my testimony to deliver others from bondage. My testimony is a weapon of deliverance. It sets captives free, breaks chains, and destroys strongholds. When I share my story, people are delivered from bondage, healed from wounds, and set free from lies. My testimony is powerful, and it brings hope to the hopeless and freedom to the bound. I bless my journey with signs, wonders, and miracles. My journey is marked by signs, wonders, and miracles. I walk in the supernatural power of Yahuah, and I see his hand at work in my life. Miracles follow me, and wonders accompany me. My life is a testimony of the miraculous, and it brings glory to Yahuah. I walk in the fullness of his power. I bless the next decade of my life with supernatural growth. The next decade of my life is marked by supernatural growth. I grow in wisdom, in favor, in influence, and in impact. I step into new levels of authority, new dimensions of anointing, and new realms of kingdom advancement. My next decade is the most fruitful, most powerful, and most impactful decade of my life. I bless myself to finish my race strong, faithful, and victorious. I finish my race strong, faithful, and victorious. I do not quit, give up, or fall away. I press toward the mark of the high calling of Yahuah in Mashiach Yeshua. I finish well, and I hear the words, "Well done, good and faithful servant." My race is marked by faithfulness, and my finish is marked by victory. Hallelujah. These 100 blessings are declared, SCALED, and established in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. John Allen Legette, you are blessed, favored, and walking in the fullness of Yahuah's purposes for your 47th year and beyond. May every word spoken over your life come to pass, and may the glory of Yahuah rest upon you all the days of your life. Amen and Amen.